Hi and welcome back. Today we are going to do my January planner flip through, and we've got several planners to take a look at here. And we're going to start off with my monthly weekly planner, my to-do list that I did in my, if you recall, I did this in my Hobonichi notebook upside down. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So these aren't checked off because these were my weekly tasks that I was doing. I got some stuff done in January. There was a lot of stuff that didn't happen. My cat and his medical emergency that didn't turn out so well really affected that. So I kind of did a little bit of a review. I did the best that I could, but things happened. All right, so now we're going to look at my health and fitness. And as you're going to see, this one too took a little bit of a hit. So we had the January spread, and I was doing pretty good with tracking everything, but life hit pretty hard. So the first couple of weeks were great. I had a couple of rest days. Things were going fabulous. Moving to biscuits, going into the ER. So that knocked out those days. Then I had a biopsy on the 20th, and these days I couldn't work out because I was recovering. I did couch to 5K week 1. My workout was cleaning out the garage on the 25th. That was quite a bit. And then we moved down from there. I am hopeful on this one though, because we've got February set up and ready to go, but it's already the 5th and well, this didn't happen. So we're just gonna see how this goes, but you know what? I'm trying, and that's gotta be good enough. Now, in journaling, I did a little bit better with my journal. So you recall I made my journaling prompts, and I did a fair amount of journaling in January. And I just did a different color every day, and that was kind of fun. I used my glass pen. So I did really well with this. And then moving into February, I haven't done anything yet, but I do have some prompts. And these are not by day because it's not realistic for me to journal every single day. But I do have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 prompts here. So, you know, about half the month. And this time I am working on some shadow work journaling over imposter syndrome. And yeah, that's something I need to dive into because I think we all have imposter syndrome from time to time, but I'm loving this journal. Okay, now let's get into my big planner here, my Hobonichi. So let's see here. To start with, let's go to our monthly spread. So monthly in January went pretty well. I put this spread up, so it's really not a big deal. But I did get several books. I read 4 books in January, so that went well. Now, let's hop on over here to the weeklies. So I had a lot of fun with this Hubman and Chub Girl spread. I believe I did a plan with me on this one. And I just love these little reed stickers. They just make me happy. Then this spread, I decided to just have a little fun. I've got some old New Year kit happening. I've got some of this book washi, which I love. I worked in some lettering. It makes me happy. And then this was the epic week that we lost biscuits. It was rough. But this one I did a plan with me too. It was my pen and ink spread. And then this next week, I just kind of kept it simple again. I did use some washi and a few stickers, but I kept it mostly pen and ink. I didn't do any sort of plan with me over this one. But it worked really well for me. And then finally, the last week of January, I used this kit from Fern Creek Stickers, and she's actually closed up her shop, which makes me very sad. But I do absolutely love this kit. I think it's beautiful, and I had this sticker, "Go away, I'm reading," because reading is something I'm really trying to prioritize. I did much better with the gratitude section as well. So there you go. Now let's get over to our monthly. Okay. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this page, and I ended up having fun with it. I got this idea, I don't remember where, I want to say maybe from Julie's plans, but the price of what everything is the 1st of January. So the price of eggs in my area was $4.29. The price of a gallon of milk was $3.19, and I just did a gallon. We buy organic milk in the half gallon, so ours is more than that, a half gallon, but I just went with overall average. And then the price of gas was $2.89 at the beginning of January. And then down here, I just brainstormed what I want to plant in my garden this year. Because yes, it was January, but it's time to start thinking about the summer garden, because it's time to I'm planning on starting some pepper plants this weekend. So getting that in order, seeing what seeds I need to get, etc. And then, of course, we have our Happy New Year spread. So, excited about the new year, playing with some new pens. Coming over here, we went to Metro Diner for the first time. It's a new area. We love that. My new low-ticket funnel that I've been working on, kind of sketching that out. Over here, I played with like this quilting pattern. I saw this on Amanda Rachel Lee. I think she's the one that did like a quilting pattern in one of her Bujo spreads. And I thought that would be really fun. And this was also when I first started messing around with doing ballet videos for a workout. And I doodled myself, because that's about as ugly and awkward as this doodle is about how I felt doing ballet. But it was still fun, and I had a blast with it. Okay, moving over here, I got some new washi tape from Jet Pens and some washi stickers. So I went ahead and did that. And I also wrote down the house blessing for my church. I got blessed chalk, and we blessed the house. And then I decided I was going to get stickers back in here. So I found these stickers from some of my old Chrissy Ann designs. And this was my Sunday reset. And on Sundays, I tend to get together or try to get my life together and prep for the next week, make my lunch, plan out outfits, do laundry, etc. Then moving over to the 6th. You can see that the 6th, well, I didn't write a lot. I did not sleep well last night, so that's a big one right there. It was a busy day. I didn't get a lot of sleep, so I just didn't plan a lot. I might come back and fill this in with like notes or doodles, and I might not. It might just stay like that, and that's okay. Moving on to Tuesday, I drew a picture of the new bookshelf I got for my office. And oh, this has been such a game changer. I feel like I have so much more space because the way I move things around and use this new bookcase. I also started reading You're a Badass at Making Money as part of my mastermind book club. And my roommate and I joined the local gym. It's our community center, and at the beginning of the year they have buy one get one if you buy annual passes. So we got half price annual passes. It was like super cheap. Very excited about that. Okay, over here it was really, really cold that day, and for whatever reason I decided to write out the Litany of Humility. That's what I was feeling that day, and that's what I wrote out. Okay, over here, using some more washi, it was freezing. I put, holy crap, it's cold outside. It's 19 degrees. And now they've increased the snow total of Friday to 5 to 8 inches. So we don't ever get that kind of snow here, especially in January. So it was kind of crazy. And I vlogged that day. I did a day in my life. So this was just my vlogging checklist of what I wanted to get done. And then obviously Friday it snowed. I also worked out my current offer suite here. So some of this is personal, some of this is business. Over here I finished the book, The Writing Retreat. Hey, I read that one. Okay, I read 5 books in January, not just 4. So I finished The Writing Retreat as well. And it was a very interesting book. It was weird. It was messed up. It was good. But, you know, it was weird. Okay, over here, another Sunday reset. And we made lavender simple syrup. It's super easy to make at home. We make it all the time, and I put it in my coffee. I put it in sometimes in my matcha. Oh, so delicious. Or at night, if I just need to wind down, I'll do like a cup of hot milk with the lavender simple syrup in it. Fabulous. And then we had our very first book club call on Monday. And this is where I was messing around with ideas for the ink only washi. Words are hard today, apparently. For the ink only planner spread. Okay, what's next? Okay, so this is where I was working on my university class and like sketching out the weeks. And spoiler alert, I still messed it up. I had spring break on the wrong week. A student messaged me the first week of classes and I had to go back and redo some stuff. But that's okay. We also, on the 15th, clearly another busy day. I woke up with a super itchy face and those spots on my hands are coming back. Okay, so it was like another long COVID spread. And I didn't write anything. I just worked. Okay. Over here, same thing. This was the day we took the cat to the emergency vet. It was very, very rough. So, yeah. And then more of that. I was just super tired that day, really upset. Saturday, same thing. And I drew a clover because one of the vets found a 4-leaf clover and taped it to Biscuit's name card to give him a little luck. And well, we know that didn't work out. And that's where we lost him. So turning to the next page, the feels like temperature was -5 degrees Fahrenheit. And that is just unheard of for here. They closed schools. Actually, no, they didn't close school this day. They closed school later in the week. But yeah, this was a very rough day in general. One mental breakdown later. You know, I'm on the struggle bus. Things aren't going well. Same thing here. Hello, I am trying my best. Over here, I doodled a little seal. It made me happy. This was some of the homework from that book, You're a Badass at Making Money. And then, oh yeah, WTF. I was really upset with the state of the world, so I just wrote a little bit about it and added a big WTF in there. Okay, so then I set, obviously, reading the money book, I set some money goals of what I want to be doing. This is not what I'm currently doing, but ideally I would be getting $500 a month in my emergency fund, another $500 a month in savings, another $500 a month in a home repair fund, $250 a month in a car repair fund. I'm lucky my car's paid for, but I do have to keep it with maintenance. Another $550 in my IRA to max it out. So total, I would love to be like saving and investing $2,300 a month. We are so not there yet, but this is a goal for me. Okay, over here, I was testing out bear doodles for my roommate's bullet journal. I was setting that up for her, and she had plaid and bears was her theme. And I decided that I liked this design, but this color. So this is how I test things out before I put them in hers. I'll just doodle them around in here. Okay, over here, I've got a big dollar sign. Let's see. Oh, I've been focusing on money being abundant. This is from that book. It's a little woo-woo, but it's interesting. But it's like, one of the things is notice and be grateful when money comes to you. And I got a check in the mail from a school that I just was not expecting. And then I ended up canceling a membership that I just didn't want to renew. And lo and behold, they refunded me part of it, which really surprised me. I did not expect that happening. Okay. Now, coming over here, this was just kind of another busy day. And then I went to Publix on my break this day. I had a little bit of a break just to pick up a few things we needed. I think we needed bananas, and I bought soup. And they were giving out these red envelopes for Lunar New Year. And it was so cute. It had a coupon in it for $1 off of $1. So it was like your little red envelope with money for Lunar New Year. And I just wanted to put it in here. I thought that was so cute. Okay. Then over here, I got Happy Mail. I had ordered some little greenhouse covers for my green stalk planter, and they came, and this sticker was attached to it. So I pulled it off and I just drew a little happy face on it. I love gardening. I'm so ready for the garden to get started. Okay, so over here, this was talking about, this was when I had the meeting initially with the person I'm coordinating this event for, and some of the things that, you know, we want to include in this meeting that we're going to have. And I'm intentionally being vague about it because I don't want this to turn into like some crazy spectacle. But, you know, what to do if ICE comes to your home or work. Custodial arrangements. If you're not documented, you need to make custodial arrangements for your children so that if something happens and you guys get separated, there's paperwork for somebody else that you know and trust to take care of them, and they're not just out there lost like has happened before. Some homeschooling resources, because we know that some families are starting to get afraid of sending their kids to school. So homeschooling resources, we want to have an immigration attorney there for Q&A, some notaries there to kind of help with the custodial documents, and what to do about your home. Give someone else the right to sell your home in the event that you can't, so that you don't lose it. Okay, now that brings us to February. That's it. That's all of January. So January was eventful. There was some not great stuff. There was some fun stuff that happened. We're getting ready for the garden. And then I also started filling in this. This is something that I wanted to fill in over time. I didn't want to rush it. So I started talking about some of my goals, why I want to meditate and journal. And then self-compassion is something that's come up for me recently. So I'm going to add to that as well. So that's pretty much where we stand. In my book reading, which is at the beginning of this, my book tracker, we definitely have filled in some books. So super excited about that. I'm making a big dent in my TBR. So hopefully you've enjoyed this, and if you like this type of video, let me know below in the comments, and until next time, peace out.